how many people hear the word feminist and think of an annoying woman looking for more rights and equal rights, and she just doesn't want to conform to body's gender assumption rules, so she doesn't know if she should or should not shave her armpits? Well, that's not the definition of feminism, and the history of women actually has a point. According to Tammany, feminism is a set of beliefs and values having in common the purpose of rectifying social disadvantages to women, which are the result of their gender. I really want to bring out the realness and the rawness of this situation and women's studies in general, because that's what we all deserve as a community, as a world uniting together. And I think that this subject in schools could be that best way. Though you might not agree with it, it could have a benefit for us and for your daughters and for your sons even. There is a set of myths and a group of stereotypes that people do like to pay attention to, that they've placed under the word feminist as a phony definition, that I will be explaining, and kind of what it consists of and how we can stop them and get the real facts versus all these lies. No one wants to talk about the difference in jobs pay due to gender, though the Bureau of Labor Statistics kind of blurts it on out there with, they have sewing machine operations median weekly earnings. For women it's 452 and for men it's 407. And for personal financial advisors for women it is 953, and for guys it is 1,714. That's a huge step. It is as simple as a man being expected to pay for dinner as it is for women to have babies, cater to their significant other, clean the house, etc. Don't let the idea of women fighting for themselves and others be seen and covered as the women that don't want to shave their body hair because it's not normal. And you know, some women want a professional career and they want family and kids too, but they can't do everything with the norms that are expected of us. We need to show that women are just as capable as men. Even in the past, women have done miraculous things. This is as simple as just not overlooking something in everyday life, not only affecting women, but everybody in the midst. We are put beneath men and at least deserve the respect to be put as equal and not stereotyped to be the lighter weight of the world, to, in the end, we be expected more from. We shouldn't be expected more from and then be belittled by society's norms. In 2013, the age group of 25 to 64 of women, 39% held college degrees compared to 11% in 1970, which is tremendous. But at the same time, that's still not really a lot. 39%? I think that we can do more than that, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Having the opportunity in college to take a women's studies class doesn't feel like it was enough for me. I could have been learning the true dilemmas in the world, and especially in my world to come, as well as prepare and make all the progress that I could and as am willing to do to offer in such trials for not only me but all the women around me. Not only personal stories can really stand for the brutal reality that can lead to the lack of experiences women, girls, mothers, wives, daughters, etc. get from what they truly want because they're told they can't. When those are just the words of history's choices of norms versus what we could be doing for each other as a whole, women and men united together. To understand these myths entirely is a genuinely great step to hear. It's firsthand and with the history behind the facts and statistics that has come up with a study of women. According to Adrienne Rich, it is our shared commitment toward a world in which the inborn potentialities of so many women's minds will no longer be wasted, raveled away, paralyzed, or denied. And I think we deserve that too. According to these myths, there are 5 of them, and they are feminists that are angry, whiny, have no sense of humor. Feminists hate men and want to power over men. Feminists are all lesbians. Feminists are rejecting all things feminine, motherhood, shaming, etc. And feminism is white, middle class, no collaboration with women of color, according to Women's Voices and Feminist Visions by Shaw and Lee. Women's studies makes the change of heart you just might have, or at least a change of mind. When you see that all women are fighting to be understood and seen as equal, are not in your face begging for more while refusing to give just as much back, the reason being bigger than all of us, the reason being for our generations ahead of us, and our generations in the past that deserve that respect. There is my favorite quote by Marilyn Fry in her book, The Politics of Reality, and it states this. As the cageness of the birdcage is a macroscopic phenomenon, the oppressiveness of the situation in which women live our various and different lives is a macroscopic phenomenon. Neither can be seen from a microscopic perspective, but when you look macroscopically, you can see it. A network of forces and barriers which are systematically related and which conspire to the immobilization, reduction, and the molding of women in the lives we live. Killing patriarchy and oppression simply by not withholding facts and statistics, by giving all the knowledge for everyone in every gender and race and etc. to reach their highest potentials. Supporting the addition of women's studies will overall change history for the better and eventually dissipate the lies and the stories that come with simple misunderstandings and lack of information. Putting women's studies in schools as a piece of history could and should be the start of beautiful equality among all the teaching our younger generations that they all deserve to be chosen by their best potentials and not the genders that they were born into. So I really want to sign this petition to get putting part of women's studies in history classes all around schools for all ages to give our children the potential to do great things, create change, and support equality for all human beings.